Hi, Collective. Welcome back, you guys, to Shadow Work Series Part 4, Our Wounds to Wisdom by the beautiful Shemet Horsfield. I will be using her deck to go over the three most important energies of shadow that we need to turn from wounds into wisdom, into our superpower. And what a beautiful way to start with confidence. I love it. The number 43 could be significant. You could be 43 or 34 collective. What else, Spirit? Two more, please. Two more. Beautiful. Shame and blame. Number 17 could be significant. You could be born on the 17th of a month. You could be 17. The number 8 could be significant as well, born in August or on the 8th of a month. And we have injustice, number 16. Wow. Could be born on the 16th of a month. The number 7 could be significant as well, the month of July. I have 77 out here with 43 and 16. 7, 8, 7, 77, 87, 78 could all be significant to you. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, rejection. So let's see, what's the message? What's the message for the collective? Confidence. Right before confidence in here is 42 with resilience. So collective, I feel like to find this level of confidence that you have in yourself at this time, you had to be very resilient. You had to fight a lot of battles people don't even know about. And a lot of these battles could have been internal battles. But I feel like you stood 10 toes down for yourself. And now you are confident. Confidence is the strength to stand tall in your truth, embracing who you are with unwavering self-assurance and self-love. Confidence comes from the deep belief in your inherent worth and potential, radiating with courage, grace, and resilience. Confirmation. It is time to stop seeking validation from others and instead self-reflect and embrace your power by stepping boldly into the gifts you are meant to share with the world. Confidence is a muscle you need to keep flexing. Each time you use it, you will become stronger. It is time to claim your power by nurturing it through self-care, self-compassion, and self-actualization. You are invited to trust yourself, collective, your abilities, and your judgment, which allows you to navigate challenges and seize opportunities with assurance. The wound associated with confidence often stems from past experiences of failure, criticism, or invalidation. These can erode self-esteem and create lasting self-doubt. This can create indecision, the inability to assert your opinion, weakness, fear, and self-doubt. Healing requires addressing these past hurts and rebuilding a positive self-image and belief in one's worth. In shadow, confidence can become arrogance or overcompensation, masking deeper insecurities. This can lead to projecting superiority and thinking you're always right, which can make forming genuine connections difficult. You're triggered by doing something outside your comfort zone, releasing comparison and embracing authenticity, setting and holding a boundary, celebrating small wins and progress, receiving affirmations or validation, and mastering skills. This is the trigger of your confidence. Confidence grows through self-awareness and skill building. It's a journey of learning the skill and craft of cultivating confidence, and releasing self-doubt, fear, and insecurity. It is also about acknowledging your strengths, practicing self affirmation skills, and stepping outside your comfort zone, which can all help you develop resilience and self belief. The treasures that you gain: resilience, empowerment, and authenticity. Confidence allows you to align with your true self and foster deep connections with others. And your superpower in confidence is your ability to trust your strengths and your capabilities. Beautiful. Your confidence is beautiful and it looks good on you when you are confident in who you are and your authentic self. It shows not just on the inside, but it begins to show externally in your face, in your skin, in your body, the way that you walk, the energy you carry. Confirmation. Thank you, Spirit, for the honk outside. Okay, collective: shame and blame. Shame and blame are ancient companions that linger in our consciousness, casting shadows over our journey towards self discovery and confidence. Yet, when we recognize them as emotional compasses guiding us toward what needs healing, we have the opportunity to reclaim our power. Hiding in the shell of shame and blame no longer serves you, collective. Healing begins by acknowledging the wounds of shame and blame, by acknowledging what this wound wants to teach you or make you aware of in order to heal. Once you have the lesson and alignment, you can course correct and gently cradle these wounded aspects of yourself with love, compassion, and understanding. The shame and blame wound can become heavy cloaks of unworthiness that can fill you with lies of inadequacy. Shame and blame can feel like a pointed finger of judgment seeking to assign fault and relieve you of responsibility. Together, they act as emotional quicksand that can rob you of your joy and potential if not addressed. The shadow of shame and blame can lead to external judgment and projection. Do you own your shame or project it onto others to avoid owning your story, your choices, and your energy? Taking responsibility for your issues takes courage. You may not see your part when it's in shadow, but if not addressed and processed, these emotions can become chains that bind you and become your prison sentence, robbing you of successful, intimate relationships with others and blocking your inner peace. The triggers: rejection, guilt, criticism, societal expectations, perfectionism, defensiveness, projection, and past trauma. Through self awareness and forgiveness, you can release the heavy burdens of shame and blame that have weighed upon your soul for a long time. To heal shame and blame, you must embark on a sacred journey of self compassion and awareness. Your true power lies in looking at the shadow parts of yourself, facing them with courage, and taking full responsibility for your part. Beneath shame and blame lies a sacred invitation to embrace vulnerability and reclaim your inherent worth. The treasures that are gained: self worth, self responsibility, grace, sovereignty, resilience, emotional freedom, clarity, self awareness, authentic confidence, and self compassion. Your superpower: radical self compassion is your superpower. By offering kindness and understanding to your wounded parts, you cultivate a sanctuary of acceptance where you can honor your vulnerabilities and imperfections without judgment. It's beautiful. Just like the picture, as sad as she looks with her head down, her hands holding up her chin, her face, you see how the trees in that blue and yellow tone, blue and yellow could be significant. The trees still blossom even around her. Nature, the universe, still comforts you, even in your feelings of shame and blame, because it is just about finding the wound so that you can nurture it back to healing. Shame and blame is not meant to be something that is long lasting. It is meant to teach you something. It is meant to allow you to take accountability for your part in the decisions, the choices, and the energy that you were in when you made those decisions. But it doesn't define you forever. 16, injustice. The injustice wound is deeply ingrained in humanity's collective consciousness, accepted without question. It is born from the systemic inequities, oppression, and marginalization faced by individuals and communities worldwide. Now is the time to educate yourself and others about the root causes of systemic injustice. Understanding its pervasive nature is key to dismantling its hold on society. You are being called to step into your power and take a stand for what you believe in. If you've remained neutral, it's time to have an opinion and make a difference in the world. Start by addressing the injustices you've personally experienced and start speaking up. The wound associated with injustice festers when we allow ourselves to become its victim. The injustice wound manifests as anger, despair, and disillusionment, leaving individuals and communities feeling disempowered and invalidated. When injustice is in shadow, it resonates with the pain of being denied fairness, dignity, and equality, perpetuating cycles of suffering and oppression. The triggers: false accusations, betrayal of trust, violation of rights, unfair treatment, inequality, discrimination, exploitation, unjust punishment, and broken promises. Healing from injustice requires courage, compassion, and a commitment to collective liberation. It begins by acknowledging the pain and trauma inflicted by systemic injustice and validating the depth of your emotions. We are told that life is unfair and that we should accept that truth. While it is true that life can be unfair, we can refuse to accept injustice as the norm. The Serenity Prayer advises us to accept what we cannot change, have the courage to change what we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. We can apply this wisdom to the injustice wound. Treasures are courage to speak up with strength and poise, empowerment, compassion, resilience, advocacy for injustice, advocacy for justice, clarity and self-awareness, solidarity, and meaningful connections. Superpowers. A superpower of the injustice wound is fortitude and activism, which can ignite a fighting spirit. These wounds can light a fire inside you to advocate for change. This is your sacred holy fire, and it can be used for good. Collective. Again, all of us have had moments in life where we have felt confident, where we have been given our flowers. But the key here is to ensure that your confidence just does not come from things outside of you. The bigger picture here is make sure that your confidence comes from you first. If your confidence comes from you first, others will have no choice but to see it, feel it. Your energy will lead. You will not have to say anything because it will be seen and felt. Shame and blame. We've all made decisions in life that we wish we could take back, but collective, just like pain, it is not meant to last. It is not meant to linger. It is meant to teach you. It is also meant to teach you accountability for your own actions, choices, and energy that you project. And right now, with the way the world is going, there are so many injustices. There's too many to name, but it is a collective energy that we all feel right now. But every person can choose to find something to find justice in, because some things we can't fix alone. But if it has to do with something personal to you, a betrayal from someone you thought you could trust, a lover, a husband, a wife, a friend, you do have the choice to speak up for yourself, to take your power back, to be an advocate for your own justice. Collective, thank you for being with me again this week for Shadow Work Series Part 4, Wounds to Wisdom. I hope this message resonated. I hope it was purposeful, gave you a bit of encouragement, direction, a little bit more knowledge and wisdom, so that you can begin to apply these to your life in meaningful ways. Thank you again, Shemet, for everything. Beautiful, beautiful oracle cards, you guys. The collective, stay confident, show yourself love, nurture yourself so that you remain confident, so your confidence is not dependent upon others. It's called self-esteem. Nobody can take that from you unless you allow. I love you guys to the moon and back. Until next week, collective. Bye, guys.